This is a free download from the BBC. For more information, go to bbc.co.uk/podcasts.
We is recording. Okay, guys, I'm really tired. I'm really hungry. Hey, guys, it's the election day today. I can't say this on the radio, but on the podcast I can say, Happy Election Day. Who's voting? Who's not voting? Who did you vote for? Who aren't you going to vote for? Why didn't you vote? Why did you vote? They're all the same, but you don't have a say unless you vote. But why would you bother?
But why wouldn't you?
Exactly! You see, guys, you see? Couldn't say any of that in the last 3 hours, and it was literally bursting out of it. I got my polling card. Are you going to vote today, Kels?
Yeah, well, I've lost mine, but
You don't need it. You just go to your local polling station. You don't need the polling card.
All right, then.
I only found out yesterday when I glimpsed at my polling card, and it said, you don't need this.
What's it for, then?
Exactly. Blooming polls coming over here with their cards. Oh, hi. We're into the script. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Is it sexually...
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. You caught me off guard. I was just doing my hair for you, and there you are, sitting there, staring at me. I'll put some clothes on if you prefer. No? Great. I know it's cold. Need to get that aircon sorted out. No, don't worry, it's fine. Do it myself. Here's the sort of stuff we get away with on a bank holiday Monday.
Listen, I've had a eureka moment.
Oh, gosh, I think you can get... do you need to be catheterised?
Okay.
Bit of yoghurt, I think.
OK, you can definitely get a cream for that, Katya, honestly, and I know it's embarrassing. Listen, when I go in and buy my Anusol, that's how it's pronounced, I say it loud and proud. No longer will you catch me loitering by the pharmacy department of Boots, waiting for it to be clear and for it to be a young person. I go in and say loud and proud, my name is Iain Lee. I have a sore bum. I want some Anusol to apply on it.
Well, anyway...
So don't be embarrassed, Katya. It's just bodies. It's just bodies. They've seen it and heard... Well, they've not seen it. I don't show it to them anymore.
It's just skin, Katya.
It's just skin. It's just bulbous, horrible, dirty, shameful skin. That's all it is.
I think a lot more people than you'd realise have had a eureka moment and sat on it.
And boy, oh boy, you don't want to sit on it unless you've got a rubber ring. So, Katya, my suggestion is to you, and please take this on board with the way it's with the spirit of love and generosity that it's meant with. I think Boots will be open on a bank holiday, Catherine.
They will. And the good thing is that
some of the independent chemists may be shut.
That cream's also great for your under eye bags.
So what you do, Katya,
yeah.
You get yourself into your local high street or your shopping mall. You go to Boots. I suspect that some of the smaller independent chemists will be open. What's the other one that's got their own radio station?
Oh,
Heatherwoods, Harwoods.
Superdrug.
Not Superdrug, no.
Yes,
They've probably got their own as well,
yeah.
What's it called? Kelly, what's the name of the chemists?
What?
Hetheringtons, Harwoods, the chemists.
Won't you listen to
One second, Katya. We will do in a minute, my darling. I do promise. We just want to give this advice.
You are not going to again.
You're correct. The independent chemists, they've got their own radio station, for crying out loud. Google it. Someone let me know. 08459 455 555. Katya, you get in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of it begins with an H. Something with an H. Just bear with us, Katya, please, my darling. This is very important. It's not just about you now.
Slow. Hang on.
It's not just about you. It's to do with a lot of other people listening. Sorry? No. It may not begin with an H. It could begin with a C.
No, I don't think it does. It begins with an L.
An L.
Independent pharmacy.
Ladbrokes, Lidl's. What is it? It's going to do my head in. The chemist chain.
Yeah.
Anyway, in many ways, Katya, it's irrelevant. Try and find a chemist today. Get down there. You ask for a little bit of Anusol or Caniston, and they'll sort you out, Katya. Thank you so much for calling, Katya.
Is it HBS Pharmacy?
No, it's not. Well,
That's in America.
Katya, keep listening, and we'll let you know. Thank you for calling, Katya.
Don't be embarrassed.
Oh, Katya, she's gone. How rude.
Great call, though.
Great call, Katia. Thank you. That did lead to complaints, so we got her back on the air to make her point. Good morning, Katia.
Right.
I would like to. We would like. Well, Catherine, you apologise first. We had a few complaints there about that.
It was all done in fun, and we would never, ever mean to poke fun at a listener.
I got so much abuse on Twitter at the weekend because of Katia, right? Because we were having a little bit of a private joke.
Oh,
right?
I saw this. What was that all about?
Well, she misspelt something, and I had. Have I got the cover for that?
I know. I know what you're doing.
No. Honestly. We're going to finish this call properly. She misspelt something, and I corrected it. And this guy said, "Oh, that's the lowest form of wit. Stop picking on her."
So he's jumping into someone else's conversation.
And then I read his timeline. He picked on somebody else for their spelling.
Oh, glass houses.
Glass houses. Hang on, I found this brilliant. Tijuana Beatles. Yeah. Katia, have listened to this. This is yesterday, Tijuana styling.
Oh.
Let's up tempo a bit. Hang on. Here we go.
Anyway.
Here we go. Listen to this Tijuana styling. Here we go. So I don't know what this song is. If there's anything that you want,
fish and chips.
If there's anything that you need,
pass the salt.
Just call on me and I'll send it along with love from me to you. If there's anything that you want, if there's anything I can do, just give us a call and I'll send it along with love from me to you. Katia, I've got arms that long to hold you and keep you satisfied. Where's the tune gone?
Katia, I've got lips that long to kiss you
and keep you by my side. If there's anything that you want, Katia, if there's anything I can do, just call on me and we'll send it along with love from me to you. With love from that you want. It's oh so true. If there's anything that you want today, I'll give it right back to you. If there's anything that you want, if there's anything I can do, just call on me. I'm gonna send it along with love from me to you. If there's anything that you want, if there's any more words, just send them to me and I will read them out with love from me to you. With love from... Hang on a second.
Get a bit more.
Hang on a second.
Hello. Yes, that's it. I know where you sleep.
There we go. Hang on.
I know.
Hang on.
What did she just say?
Hang on.
I know.
Ready? Cows?
Last night I said these words to my girl. I know you never even try, girl.
I'm gonna go.
Come on.
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 Please.
Please me, oh yeah, like I please you.
If there's anything...
Me to show the way,
love. Why do I always have to say love? Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Please please me, oh yeah, like I please you, oh yeah. I don't want to start complaining, but there's always rain in my heart. I do all the pleasing with you, it's so hard to reason with you. Oh yeah, why do you make me blue?
Anyway.
It's right side. Right side of the bed. This is where you sleep.
No, yeah. She loves you, yeah. And with a love like, yeah.
You know it.
I know you love your love. Well, I saw her yesterday. Well, it's you she's thinking of. And she told me what to say. She says she loves you, and you know that can't be bad.
Yeah.
She said she loves you, and you know you should be glad. Woo! She loves you, yeah. Anyway, Katya. Well, she's hung up. How rude. That was Katya there, making an excellent point, as always. I got into internet beef because I made a joke about Katya not being able to spell on Twitter.
You say that in this.
Oh, you've heard that. You know the story. Here's me making an excellent point, as always.
Right, you know they say God loves a trier? I think sometimes you should stop trying. Marry me, please. 3,601.
Oh, this fella. This is pathetic.
He needs to take a hint.
This is pathetic.
A romantic, or some would say desperate, age 95, has asked his fiancée, she's not his fiancée, to marry him almost every day for the last 10 years. Great-granddad Malcolm Finlayson's been turned down over 3,600 times by widow Jeanette Wilson, 77.
How old is he?
He's 95.
Oh, that's disgusting. He's like 23 years older than her. Disgusting.
That's why she's got doubts, I think.
Imagine if a 23-year-old asked a baby to marry it. You think that's normal? Well, that's exactly the same thing.
It's
It's
similar.
exactly the same thing. It's out of order. Imagine if a 23-year-old went up to this baby now and said, would you do me the great honour of... Get out of here! That is weird. You're weird.
They met swimming, and she accepted a ring soon after. So he'd seen the goods.
She
He'd seen her in
accepted
his ring
The
soon
swimming?
after. But has since got cold feet. She
Well,
said,
get out of that little bit that cleans the feet and get straight in the pool.
She says, I love him, but perhaps I'm too old to wed again. Malcolm, a former Wellington bomber engineer from Falkirk, won't give up. He keeps fit, so he can go down on bended knee daily and says, I'm a man on a mission.
I'm a man on a mission. You're going to marry me. Well, isn't that dumb?
She's told him no. Why won't he take the hint?
Do you know what bet that is? Kath says about that man who proposes to his wife.
I know, we've just heard it.
No, but I'm not going to put this bit in.
No, we've just heard it, mate.
No, but it's so funny. And you're
But we've
like,
just heard it.
23 years older than her. That is sick. You would propose to a baby. That's exactly what that's like.
It's not really. It's a bit like that, but it's not exactly.
I know, mate, we just listened to it.
It was jokes.
No, it's fact. That's fact. We just listened to it, and you've said it twice. This is how we ended the Bank Holiday Bants show. Do you know what they need to do to find out how to make the internet better? Google it. Little jokesy there. Let me do it on Kels, see if she gets this one. Kels?
Yes.
You know what they need to do to find out how to make the internet work better?
Google it.
Ask Jeeves. What's she talking about?
Flipping it, man. Listen, I'm the gagster. Mate, you crossed the line there.
Yeah, but that's because you make people gag.
That's just a vicious rumour, and until that court case goes through, you can't say nothing about that, right? You whipped the humour rug from under my tootsies. We'll do it again.
Okay.
Hey, Kels.
Hey.
You know what they need to do to work out... You know what they need to do... I've forgotten the thing. You know what they need to do to find out how to make the internet work better?
I don't know. What do they need to do to find out how to make the internet work
Google
better?
it.
Google it. Good one, Kath.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, man, she's so funny. That was good, Kath.
Right, Ian.
Yeah, I'm fine, mate. There's your Morrissey.
Not going to throw that, are you? Oh,
Yep.
You are going to throw it.
Well, guys, I've had a... It's all bants. Really, we're all the best of friends here. And that was a little piece that we've been rehearsing and seen. A little piece we've been rehearsing over the bank holiday weekend. I hope you enjoyed it. We called it our bank holiday show. And I've got to say, guys, well done. Well done. We did it. We did it. I only forgot a bit of the script. I forgot a bit of the script earlier on, and that was my fault. And I'm sorry I wasn't paying full attention to it. Even this bit is scripted.
Is that your chair?
Script?
That was her line.
Script?
My line, yeah.
Even me saying script is scripted.
Yeah.
That's how much work we put into this.
So much.
And today, the part of Justin Dealey was played by a ghost.
Ev.
Ev, if Ev need be. And scene. Thank you, guys. You've been listening to the Iain Lee Bank Holiday Special,
Hang on,
starring...
I think we've missed a bit. We've missed about 5 minutes.
Don't worry about that. I chose to drop that bit because I wasn't in it. The Iain Lee Bank Holiday Special, starring Iain Lee. With special guests Catherine Boyle and Kelly Betts. Sorry, Kelly. Scotland says no, Kelly. And ending with special guest Harry Belafonte. How did we end it?
With Bants?
Yeah.
What did we say?
It was a bit about the script.
Yeah, I know. We just listened to it, mate. We just listened to the end.
Why'd you ask then?
Just to prove that you're real. This... Oh, for crying out loud. Really?
Yep.
All right, I'll
do the voice.
I'll do the intro, you do the voice,
all right.
Boyle. This following bit of the podcast script was written by Matt Lockwood.
Hey, clip of Ian's interview with Bobby Hart for podcast saved in Radio Madness Bobby Hart clip. Duration 8 minutes, 10 seconds. Inline. I love the Monkees, so it was exciting to have Bobby Hart on my show.
Did he write that?
Hey, Ian, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. When was the last time you heard that record?
Who was that guy?
Yeah, who was that young child? That wasn't even Bobby Hart. That's Robert Luke Harshman. That's your proper name, isn't it?
That's right.
How long ago was that?
That was 1958.
You're so old! You're so old! That was you, because you had a big, before you became the big successful songwriter, writing the soundtrack of my life, and thank you for that, boss. You released a load of records like that, and they're all great. They're all great little rocking numbers.
Yeah. Well, it took me 6 years to have any actual success, but I had a whole string of bombs in between.
Did you? And it was 6 years of, recording these songs under various different names, and let's be honest, them getting kind of nowhere. Yeah. Did you at any point go, do you know what, I've had 6 years of this, I'm going to jack all of this in and get a proper job?
I never really came to that, but I had a proper job all through it. I was printing record labels for other people. My friends were having hits, and I was printing their labels. But I never really said no. I always said to myself, I can do this. I'm getting better all the time. Let me just keep it up. Have a good attitude.
And you were working in a print shop. By the way, the book Psychedelic Bubblegum, it's released over here in the UK already. I know the States have got to wait a week or so. I've finished it off, man. It's a cracking read.
Really? Great. I'm glad you liked it.
It's a great read. It must have been frustrating working in a print shop, printing up record labels for Richie Valens and people like that, and thinking, but I want my name on here.
Well, what was more frustrating, I was printing the labels for Tommy Boyce, who was my friend, and I've been writing songs with. He went off to New York and had hits without me, and I was printing his labels.
That must have been weird. And did you tell a brilliant story in the book about how you kind of used your knowledge of record labels to your advantage? You kind of did a bit of insider trading or something.
Well, it was my record producer's idea. He said the trade magazines, Billboard magazine, they would put everybody who recorded a song, if somebody had a hit on it, everybody's name would go under. It was kind of a weird system. So he said, tell me when a record is going to be a hit, and I'll record that on the B-side of one of my artists, and they'll be automatically on the charts. So it was kind of a goofy idea, but it would have worked. I got caught.
Well, you got caught, you got told off. What was the break, Bobby? Where did you go from being a struggling songwriter to go, what was the first decent paycheck you got?
Well, I finally got a chance to go back and join Tommy in New York, and we had our first hits back there together with Chubby Checker and Jay and the Americans, come a little bit closer. But you don't get those paychecks till for a year later, and you're splitting a penny. In those days, you split a penny with the publisher and all the writers. So it wasn't like you were set for life.
Because you kind of we have this romantic notion over here of Tin Pan Alley and the whole kind of the Brill Building and Don Kirshner and the whole New York songwriting machine in the early '60s.
Yeah.
Well, in your book, it sounds horrible, mate. You're in a horrible hotel. It's freezing cold, and you're getting no money.
I know.
Where was the pleasure in it?
The pleasure was the stimulation I was getting from just being there and being in that storied block of 1650 Broadway and 1619, which was the Brill Building, and rubbing shoulders with all these people that were having success. And it was a real shot in the arm for me, and we had our first hits there.
I was going to try and do the first ever interview without mentioning the Monkees to you, but you know it kind of sets the scene for people, and I want to sell the book.
You couldn't do it, could you?
I couldn't do it.
No.
I couldn't do it. It sets the scene for the book really well. How did you get the Monkees gig?
Well, after we had those hits, then we got signed to Screen Gems, Columbia Music, and brought back to the West Coast to write for them, and they sent us out for a lot of TV and movie projects, and that was just one of them.
And you wrote literally the soundtrack to my life, because we've met, and the Monkees, as you know, the biggest band in my life. You wrote the Monkees theme.
Yeah.
You wrote Last Train to Clarksville.
Yeah.
You wrote Valerie, which is the kind of song as a 13-year-old I went, oh, hey, pop music can be really good. You wrote Stepping Stone. Stepping Stone, of course, has become like a garage band classic. I'm assuming you've heard the Sex Pistols version.
Not only that, I did some research when I was writing the book, and I found out there were like 28 other punk bands that recorded that song over those punk years.
Well, it's wonderful because it's 4 chords and it's dead easy, but it sounds dead sophisticated.
It does, yeah. And in my part, my organ solo is 4 notes, but it sounds cool. Da, 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 da.
Bobby, listen, I've got my friend Justin here. Morning, Justin.
Morning, and morning to Bobby. What a legend.
We're speaking to a rock and roll legend. You've taken this to the streets, haven't you, Just?
I have indeed. Bright and early, I've been on the streets asking people to sing some of your songs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, hang on, Bobby. Just don't get too excited.
Yes. Yeah, calm down, Bobby.
This could be awful.
Here's what happened on the streets. Sir, Bobby Hart is coming on the programme. Legendary songwriter. What does that mean to you? Come on.
The Monkees. Come on, let's be honest.
When you hear his name, you straight away think of the Monkees. Can you sing the Monkees theme for us? Would you mind on the streets this morning? Come on, you can do this. Guys, look away.
Hey, hey, we're the Monkees, and people know we monkey around. We're too busy singing to put anybody down.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
I did. Just
keep going, then. Come on, keep going.
No more.
This is the last train to
Clarksville, and I'll meet you at the station. And I don't know more words, but I'm dedicated to this song.
Mohammed, this is the last train to
Clarksville.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Justin. Well, there you go, Bobby.
Whoa. This is probably the most fun interview I've ever given.
Well, yeah. You'll regret staying up. My boys, my 5 and 3-year-old boys, they love your songs. They were reluctant to record stuff, but they call that song "Last Train to Fartsville." So,
oh, good.
Yeah, thanks for that, man. And then, of course, you had. I could talk to you all morning. We've only got a few more minutes left. You had success yourself with as Boyce and Hart with Tommy as like a pop duo.
Yes.
What was that like? That must have been fun.
Well, it was kind of pandemonium from that point on in our careers. It was just crazy, all the things we were doing, recording ourselves and others, and touring, and everything that goes with it. But I wouldn't trade it in. It was a wonderful 2 or 3 years.
You got ripped off mercilessly, though. You came away with no money.
Well, not really. No, we had a strange thing happen at the end that actually caused the end of Boyce and Hart, but you'll have to read the book to...
Oh, he's good. He's good. Hey, listen, man, it's a cracking read. It's genuinely a brilliant book. Psychedelic Bubblegum. I've no idea why it's been released over here before it's been out in the States, but your advantage, UK listeners. I tell you another thing as well. It's a good rock and roll read, but you didn't really indulge in any of the drugs. You don't drink. You kind of took a more spiritual path.
Yeah, well, I had to, didn't I? I mean, it got so crazy, and I realized I had to keep my sanity, and people were dropping around me, and going down that were my friends, and I didn't want to be part of that, so I took a different path, as you said, and I learned meditation, and I decided to balance my life a bit.
Well, I've ordered the Yogananda book as a result of reading this, so thank you very much.
Nice.
Nice. No, exactly, man. Thank you very much indeed. Very quickly, what was Jimi Hendrix like?
He was a nice guy, and he was a gentle guy, and a sweet guy that left us much too soon.
Yeah. And the final, I could talk all morning. Can we not just junk the rest of the show, Catherine, and speak to Bobby? Final question. You live next door to Harry Nilsson. Did you get to hang out with him?
I knew Harry I knew Harry since he worked in the Bank of America on Hollywood Boulevard, and I saw him at recording studio sessions mostly. A guy could sound like anybody.
Yeah.
Tremendous talent.
On Wednesday, we opened up the All's Star. On Wednesday, we opened up the... I'm so hungry. On Wednesday, we opened up the All-Star Request Show. It's where you can request your favourite clip from my show, like this one.
Morning, Ian. This is Kelly's nan. I'd like to ask you to stop getting on to her and insulting her over the radio.
Get real.
Because other people don't know her like we do, and they think you mean it.
I do mean it.
So, unless you want me to come to see you personally,
Yes, I do.
Stop it.
Well, I owe you a £5 for the other time. Or this.
It's people. Let's talk to each other.
Or this.
He's only wearing a suit. Oh, go away.
Or this.
Never.
Or this.
Are you serious?
Yes, this.
I'm just a small egg in the pan, aren't I? So I don't know everything.
Get to the point, anyway.
Or this.
Hi, weirdos.
Here's some of your favourites. It might include this.
Wee Willy Wonky.
It doesn't.
Doesn't.
All-Star request out. Anne-Marie has requested this.
In his pants.
And you've got it, Anne-Marie.
For me, can I have Go Away, please?
Oh, well, tell us why you'd like that. Why that's so important to you.
That's so important to me because it takes me back to a time around 3 months ago. I was on the streets. I was smiling, talking to people. I asked a very simple question to a lady, and then it all kicked off.
Go away.
Well, I tell you what we'll do to make this is great, Justin, and you've just taken it on to the next level. Yes, phone up and ask for your requests, but just tell us why they're so special to you. Maybe you want to dedicate one to a loved one or someone in hospital. 08459.
Which is a winner.
It's a winner.
It is a winner for me.
I love this first hour so much.
Can I have one more, please?
Mate, oh, buddy, of course you can.
Okay,
most of them come from you anyway.
Can I have Mr. Bacchini from Bedfordshire? Mr. Dad Pop, it came from my brain. Would you mind?
I'm going to play it, Justin, then I'd like to get your memories about it, okay?
No problem.
Here we go. This is for Justin Dealey out there on the streets.
Dad Pop. Where did that idea come from?
It came from my brain.
Why is that so special to you, Just?
That's so special because I went to meet a man who had a big campaign to get people stop parking on the pavements. Wasn't happy about that at all. And when I got there and I asked him that first question, it's always stuck with me because it's the most unusual answer I've ever heard in 20 years in the business. It came from my brain.
Boss, if I'm still here at Christmas, I have got an idea for a Christmas special, right? It's me and you, and I just fire off clips and you tell the stories. So what memories does this bring back?
I'm now in the urinal section. Oh, that brings back some fantastic memories for me, that one. That's the men's toilets in Dunstable, award-winning toilets, which was then later used on the tape, which was eventually used for the breakfast show of the year, which, of course, you won.
And one final one, Justin. This is really going back in the archives, OK? We're dusting off the tapes for this one. It's an old cartridge. What memories does this bring back?
Justin, do you like to go out fishing?
That brings back memories of... I was on the streets in St Albans that day, and I was talking about recycling, and to be quite frank with you, it was a boring morning. I made some controversial comments, and a lady started asking me about fishing.
Justin, do you like to go out fishing?
Oh, that's a winner. An hour of that on Christmas Day. I would totally tell the kids to shut up and listen to that.
And also, I think you mentioned this before, I think it'd be nice to actually invite those people onto the programme, put a microphone in front of them. Here's David. Put your hands together for David. Oh, it came from my brain.
No, this is what we do. We'd hire Luton Library Theatre, OK? And we'd invite people on the stage and just introduce them again. Go on.
OK. This is Mr. David Bacchini, everybody. Dad Pop. Where did that idea come from?
It came from my brain.
Hey! They'd barely be able to hear him over the floor.
Oh, do you know what? I would actually buy tickets for the whole family.
And it's the All-Star Request Hour. You can request your favourite clips. We may do this every morning. Scott has tweeted, could I request this, please?
Christmas is not coming.
I like that one because I like it. It's funny when A, Christmas is not coming, and B, when it is coming. Both times it's funny.
Christmas is not coming.
And he's right. He's right. Catherine, we've not heard your request yet. What request would you like to make?
Can you turn my mic on?
Oh, here we go, yes.
There's my first request.
That's it.
The second request is stuff for free.
people in this country deserve to have stuff for free.
Hear, hear.
Guys, we're not allowed to tell you who to vote for, but tomorrow, vote for that guy. No, after 7, we will be telling you who we're voting for and why you should be voting for them as well. So get that ready, Kelly.
Can I have one more?
Mate, of course you can.
But I can't remember what the clip is from.
Is it this one? Oh, hang on a second. Is it this one?
Wee Willy Wonky.
No, it's... What's Miss Angela's?
Oh, Miss Anklers.
It's in the top right corner.
What's Miss Anklers?
You've had it, my
I
darling.
can't even remember what that was originally.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What's in the papers apart from David Akandiapu?
Well, one of my other favourite clips, doorbells.
Oh, Sadiq. That guy's becoming...
Doorbells.
He's taking that on tour, that show.
Doorbells.
He's taking that to Edinburgh this year. And seriously, I've heard rumours that Spielberg is interested in making a film of Sadiq and...
Doorbells.
Starring Sadiq.
Keep your finger near the mouse.
Hey, where are you going tonight? Pictures. What are you going to see?
Doorbells.
Starring Sadiq. Oh, man, I'll have some of that in 3D. What clips did it include?
It had the pulling kids off motorbikes one.
Yeah, I know, mate. We just heard it.
Oh. I thought it was an honest question.
No.
Here's a caller called Brian. Telling us how long he's not gone to the toilet for. Oh, God.
Yeah, good morning, Ian.
Good morning, Brian.
Is that Tommy Boyd?
Sorry?
Is that Tommy Boyd?
Tommy Boyd, where? He's not here, mate. He's not been on the radio for a long time. He's past it.
Oh, I'll tell you something. If you two got together, it would be the radio show of the decade.
If you Google it, there's an interview with me and a very drunk Tommy Boyd somewhere. So go and check it out. Right, what you got?
Right. What have I got? The longest I've gone without going for a tinkle.
This is in tribute to David Akande.
Akandiapu.
Akandiapu. Akandiapu for you.
Morning, Kath. How are
Morning,
you?
Brian.
Do you know something? The only reason why I actually listen to this station is actually listen to you and Kelly.
Oh, you
well, hang on, what about me?
Well, you need to be sacked, mate.
What the flipping out? You phoned up comparing me to a drunk has-been, and now you tell me I should be sacked? Get to the point, Brian. Tell us about your wee-wee.
Right, OK. This is basically back in the day. The silver...
Back in the day? We're not drive time on Hart, for goodness sakes.
Well, that just gives an idea how old I am, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, very.
No, it was the Terence Higgins AIDS Awareness Trust.
Yeah.
The Nebworth 90, obviously, back in 1990.
Obviously. When else could it have been? It was Nebworth 90.
Well, it depends. It depended.
We finish at 9 o'clock this morning, Brian. I suspect that this conversation is going to last longer than the time you didn't go for a wee.
Right, I'll get to it.
Please.
I stood on the spot for 12 hours because you could not get through the crowd to actually get to the loo.
Yes.
And well, that's it. 12
hours.
That's rubbish.
Yeah. David Akandiapu didn't go for 21 days.
Yeah, well, he had more important issues on his mind.
How long didn't he go to the toilet for?
I don't know, mate.
Not that long. It was like 12 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know, mate. We just heard it.
Oh.
I literally really answered.
Or did I? I'm just a good actress.
Well, I know. I've seen your work at Bletchley. You're not a good actress.
Oh.
No, you are good at Bletchley. They're getting rid of loads of stuff at Bletchley. Have you seen the people complaining on the Facebook page?
No.
They're getting rid of the cinema, the post office is going, and something else is going.
Me.
By the time you hear this, the election will be done. You know more than we know right now. Well, we know more than Kelly knows right now, and that's just a statement of fact that fits in any time period. But before you knew more than we know now, we heard some of the rules of the election before the election, which is now over, it's done, it's finished.
There's some very interesting things about things you can't do in polling stations.
I can think of one or two.
Don't take a selfie.
Can you not?
No.
Oh, for crying out loud. What's Kim Kardashian going to... Well, she wouldn't fit in there, and she's American, so those two things...
That's specifically one for Justin.
Yeah.
You've got to be very careful about that, especially.
You can't take a selfie?
Can't take a selfie. I wouldn't take your pets in with you. You can take...
Well, if you're a blind man?
Yeah, no, I mean, they're more friends than pets, aren't they? You can't wear political clothing. You can't wear a rosette.
Oh, Oh, man, what about my Farage pants? Have I got to take them off?
If you're no. Well,
you kip, I kip, we all kip.
You can go in topless as a man, but not as a woman.
I'm putting that one to the test.
You can't. What's the other thing? You can't talk about the candidates when you're in the booth.
Well, who would you talk to?
Well, if you went in with your friends.
No, surely you're not. No. Surely you're not allowed to go in the booth on your own. You have to go on your own.
Well, no, you can't. You can't go into the polling station. You can go into the polling station with a friend,
guys.
As long as they're voting.
Who? Come on, guys. Are you allowed to do my favourite joke? Where you take a bottle of shampoo in there as you draw the curtain. You say, "I'll be 5 minutes," and then you come out wearing a shower cap. Are you allowed to do that? I don't know. Is that allowed?
You can wear headwear. I've checked that.
Okay, well, I'm going to wear a shower cap into my my voting booth. What were the rules of the election that Paul said?
Like no selfies in the booth.
Yeah, we just heard it. That was Paul Scoins on the eve of National Paul Scoins Day, or what we like to call National Paul Scoins Eve. But today is National Paul Scoins Day. Get on Twitter, search the hashtag NPSD, and check out all of the wonderful celebrations for the great man himself. Here's how some of the people in Beds, Hards and Bugs celebrated National Paul Scoins Day, hashtag NPSD.
It's Paul Scoins Day on the 7th of May. I'm gonna celebrate in a special way. It's Paul Scoins Day. It's the 7th of May. It's Paul Scoins Day. I'm gonna celebrate in my special way.
We're talking about National Paul Scoins Day, hashtag NPSD if you're celebrating it online. And if you do go to Twitter and click on that hashtag, I mean, look at all the people taking part. Watco, Charlotte, Carpet Martin, Teaspoon Riverneck, Mitch Coker, Ian Steele, all of these people are taking part. There's a few rude ones. You kind of expect that. It's the internet, and it's all a little bit of fun. There's Scott Balcony has even designed the National Paul Scoins Day logo and is doing a T-shirt giveaway as well. Well, we're very pleased to say that we can speak to the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Scoins. Good morning, Paul.
Morning, Ian. Happy National Paul Scoins Day.
And happy National Paul Scoins Day to you too, mate. Just take us back a little bit. For those people who aren't aware of the history of National Paul Scoins Day, when did it all begin?
Well, it started really back in the late 70s, is when it
was this when you went sledging on Christmas Day?
Yeah, it was, mate.
Okay.
Happened shortly after that, actually, probably a month or two after that.
Yeah.
In February. And it was just a thing that started off in a local community centre.
Yep.
And it sort of snowballed quite literally at that point.
Well, not literally, as we know, there was no. So, Carl is visiting a local community centre this morning to celebrate. He's saying, and it really has become a phenomenon. What do you do on National Paul Scoins Day? What are you doing today, Paul?
Well, usually, on the day, I do something sensible. Just something without risk.
OK, well, that makes sense. Justin Daly joins us. Morning, Justin.
Morning, boss.
Happy National Paul Scoins Day.
And to you, very, very special day. It's amazing, actually, on the streets this morning. Yes, the sun's out, so people are smiling anyway, but not only are they smiling, but lots of people today who I see on a regular basis not wearing glasses, today they are wearing those glasses, celebrating Mr. Paul Scoins.
That's all you need to do. Wear a pair of glasses, ideally ones that don't belong to you. If you haven't got glasses, you can draw them on with marker pen,
Absolutely,
of course.
Yes.
Paul, are you aware of any events happening today to celebrate this? Any community centres or street parties or stuff?
I hear that there's an organised walk in Prince's Risborough.
Yep. Okay. Well, that sounds great.
I won't be attending.
No. But, well, it would be weird, wouldn't it, if you were there?
It would be.
Justin, you've taken this to the streets, mate.
I have, and Paul. Not only are you popular in this part of the world, but you're popular right the way across the world, OK?
Wow,
you are a global superstar to many, many people. I've been on the streets this morning asking people what you mean to them, but also how will they be celebrating National Paul Scoins Day? Some lovely voices, some lovely stories. Here's what the streets had to say. Madam, I see you're wearing your glasses. You're celebrating already National Paul Scoins Day.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Love him. Absolutely adore him. Dressed my kids up for the occasion. Bought special outfits. Definitely celebrate today. It's got to be done. Mini Paul Scoins.
So the kids going to school today, well, the school's going to be celebrating as well. So it's not just people on the streets, it's schools as well.
Oh, everywhere. It's a national day. Yeah. It's absolutely a national day. When I go to work, everyone knows what I'm coming as. They will be in the same sort of get-up, definitely.
What would you say to anybody who is going into work today and they're not wearing glasses? They haven't got a Paul Scoins suit on. They're not talking in a posh voice. They're not celebrating. What would you say to those people?
Embrace it. Celebrate. Do it. It's got to be done. It's National Day for him today. Do it. He's a hero. Come on. Paul Scoins Day. Do it.
Well, it's a special day for us, but also a very special day for people like you. You're such a massive fan. You're a super fan of Mr. Scoins, and I suppose, yes, it's a celebration, but we should also be very grateful, very thankful that we've got a person such as Paul in our world.
Of course, I do say thank you every morning.
It really means that much to you?
Yeah, that's what so much to me.
That's going to mean so much to him. Thank you so much, sir. Enjoy the day.
All right, then. Thank you.
Love you from China, and Paul Scoins has got a big following over in China as well, which is great. You're going to be celebrating today, aren't you?
Yes.
How are you going to be celebrating?
I call my friend and have a talk about
Paul.
Yes.
See, Paul, even a Chinese fella's going to call his friend and have a talk about you. That's how much you mean to people.
Oh, that's lovely. It's a lovely thing. It's really lovely. Genuinely.
Did we play the song in that bit?
No, Scott Balks did.
Yeah, but do we play the song in that little bit that we
Yeah,
just...
it starts off with
Yeah,
that.
I know, we just heard it, mate. Just heard it. We just heard the song. That was the top of the package, yeah?
Was he in that? Scoins?
Don't know. Is Scoins in that bit?
You just heard it. Why are you asking me?
Is he, though?
That is a genuine question. Are we putting Scoins in, that bit? That is a genuine question.
Ask the producer of the podcast.
Well, no, I'm asking you, mate. Do you think it's good enough to go in? Kath?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not Frank Bruno.
I know, mate. We just heard it.
Oh, sorry.
Where am I from?
Yeah, I do. Well, sounds like
It was
Nigeria.
between you and Sadiq.
Doorbells.
Oh, guys, come on.
Doorbells.
Feel free to call in on 08459 4... Oh, yeah, you can do this.
Not now, though. We're not in.
No, but between 6 and 9 on weekdays, call in the morning. Call in, and we'll have a chat with you, guys. 08459 455 555. If you don't call in, then we have to speak to people like this.
Morning, Ian. You're all right?
Yeah, what you got for us?
I'm furious.
Why, mate? What's wrong?
I can't believe, right? I've just found out from your show this morning there's an election on. You would have thought someone had said something, wouldn't you? It's been absolutely dead in the news. I've woke up this morning. Now I've got a day to decide.
Well, it has been mentioned once or twice, Albert. I've definitely seen it on the telly.
Where? I haven't seen it. I've got one of them Sky boxes. It's not been on that.
Well, it won't have been on Dave or Atlantic, but it's been on the main channel. It's been on... Do you read a newspaper, Albert?
No, but I do watch Babe Station. Is it on that?
Well, Babe Station have missed a trick, haven't they? They should have the girls dressed up in the colours of the various political parties.
That's a good one.
And see who gets the most, how do we call it, votes.
I would vote on that.
I would, yes, I'm really trying to watch my language. See who gets the most phone calls, and they could have their own little election. You could have your own little election, Albert.
I'm not going to...
No, let's not qualify that one with a response. Thank you. Possibly the only person in the United Kingdom what has missed the fact there is an election coming. They should... That's not a bad idea, though. The Babe Station... It's not a bad idea, is it, Melvin Bragg?
Hello, good morning.
The girls on Babe Station dress up like the political leaders, but with their boobies and their bums out.
Oh, dear.
Whoever gets the most phone calls wins.
You're bringing a very important institution down to very base level.
You're right, and I shouldn't be so rude about Babe Station, Melvin. You're right.
You shouldn't, yeah.
What have you got for us today, Mel?
Well, I've got a saying for Mr. Scoins. I was quite worried because it's probably his busiest time in 5 years, and he's hardly been on the radio. But here's a saying for him. Paul Scoins, the man who puts the Viagra into the election.
Well, I would pronounce... okay. I think we can get away with that, can't we, Cathy?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Paul Scoins, the man who puts the Viagra into the election.
Yeah, I would say Viagra, but yeah, no, fair enough.
Well, yeah.
How long did it take you to come up with that, Melvin?
Oh, about half an hour.
Half an hour, gosh, that's stretching it.
Sitting on the M1, not moving.
Doing what on the M1?
Sitting on the M1.
Oh, Melvin, did we get a little chuckle out of you?
You did.
Did we get a little chuckle? You've got election fever, haven't you?
I certainly have. I'll be there 5 to 7 in the morning, waiting to cast my vote.
My favourite time to cast a vote is like about 9 o'clock at night when it's
quiet.
they've given up hope of anyone else. Well, it's quiet all day, but they've given up hope of anybody else attending, haven't they?
Yeah, true. And when you come out, you tell the pollsters that you voted for somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
That's good fun.
Yeah, I do that. Melvin, it's so nice to hear you laugh. You have got a soul.
Oh, I do, yes.
There's another one. Thank you, Melvin. Isn't that nice? What bit's this? No, this is actually genuine. What bit is this? This is genuine, Kelly. I don't know what this bit is. I don't know.
It's Albert.
I know, mate. We just listened to it. Here are some great bits from Friday. Here are some average bits from Friday. Here are no bits from Friday.
That's to cover all bases.
Some people had to vote in someone's house in a small village. How weird is that? There was a restaurant. Look at Paul talking to me. It's soundproof glass, mate. I can't hear. You can come in if you want. Come in. He's got the radio.
So they voted in someone's house. Where they going? The Donny?
He's like Simon Mayo going for the world record of boring broadcasting. Scoinsy, go on. Sit. Oh, I don't know. I'll stand up. No. There was someone had to vote in someone's house or something.
Yeah, that happened. And in Milton Keynes,
yes,
they got locked out of the polling station, so someone had to vote. They had to vote in the back of a convertible. In a convertible Peugeot for about half an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, well, this is it. The weirdest place you've ever had to vote or give an opinion. 08459 455 555. It was a great thing on Radio 4 about all the different voting locations. One was in someone's house, and they've been doing it there for years, and the wife pushes all the furniture to the side, and they do it in the living room, and they've got like a polling booth that they have in their shed.
I hope everyone takes their shoes off.
Oh, wouldn't you just? I don't think you can be refused entry, though, if you keep your shoes on. That's democracy. We're not China.
No. Well, as we discussed yesterday, you can vote topless. It is possible, but
well,
if you're
I
a
can't.
lady, you can't. No, absolutely.
Not fair.
People also, you're not allowed to take selfies in the polling booth, but some people were taking selfies.
Well, then you should report them.
I'm going to. We've got their
Don't
names.
need to. It's on Twitter.
The weirdest place you've ever voted, please. 08459 455 555. And there was one place. It was a restaurant, and people were like booking lunch and then voting and then going and having a little bit of lunch afterwards.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Anyway, so I don't know what I was voting in. I think it was a general election, that was it. But I don't know the building. I think... Well, do you know what? I don't know what it was, and I voted there before, and I've got no idea. It's near an allotment, so it might be like the allotment management hall.
Is it a shed?
Well, it was bigger than a shed. I mean, it was big. It was a hall of some kind.
Seed store.
I beg your pardon?
The seed store.
That's my nickname at school, but...
Are you definitely sure you voted and you didn't just get conned out of a vote?
You pay them £25, yeah? Per vote. I did 2 votes, 50 quid.
Right, little pencil, small piece of paper. Are you sure you weren't in Argos?
Well, I did come away with Scale X-Trick and an iPad, so you never know. So anyway, I got into... So I parked up in the car park, right? I drove in, parked up, went and voted. I should have said this yesterday. I wasn't allowed to talk about it. Don't try and engage the squares that work there in Bants.
Oh, no.
No Bants with the squares. They are literally... They are in love with elections. They're not in love with Bants.
Were you in the booth at the time shouting out and no response?
I wasn't even in... I didn't have a booth.
Oh.
No, I had a 3 three-way... I'll show Scoins my picture.
I had that.
A three-way...
separation.
Sort of like a board, like a whiteboard in a triangular.
Yeah. No curtain. I couldn't do my shower gag. I had the cap and the wash and go and everything. Couldn't do the gag. Very disappointed. I did it anyway. It didn't work. No one understood it. Had my loofah and everything.
And they don't like bands.
And they don't like loofahs. Certainly not where I store my loofah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So anyway, I got back in the car and I had such fun voting, I didn't want it to end. But I got in the car and as I was driving out, a guy in a suit was pointing at me. And I gave him the thumbs up. I went, yeah, I voted.
And you went, yeah, it's me.
No,
yeah,
I gave him the thumbs up. I went, I voted. And he pointed in a different direction to the one in which I was travelling. And I went, no, in there. And he went, no, drive that way, you... And I realised,
did that?
Yeah, he was telling me I was driving out of this weird place, the wrong direction, and I nearly followed his instructions. I thought, nah, screw you, Square, and I just drove out the way I fancied. So that was my election story.
Oh, right, OK. Anarchy.
Literal anarchy.
I wonder how long you could string out a voting session. So if you could sort of, you know... How long would it be before they said, come on your way?
Come on, mate, you've been in there for 3 hours. I can't make my mind up. And what's funny about the election is there are so many stupid parties, Labour and Conservative to one side. There are so many little made-up parties that have got... you'd never even heard of. Like, you've got... the Magna Carta Party. I mean, those guys...
I've not heard of that.
The Magna Carta Party is one of them. There was one standing in Clegg's thing as well that was like a made-up...
Yeah.
Kind of like a UKIP-y thing, but it was not a UKIP... They hadn't got that much imagination.
But when they did the counts, I felt a bit sorry as well, because some of them got no claps at all, obviously because they're not bothered turning up, because they knew they weren't going to win. But there was one that was called, like, the Big Up Britain, Yeah, It's Best Party. And it was like, 3 votes. Silence.
If that had been me, I'd be going, yes! 3 votes! We might still win this!
The Green Party relentlessly cheer everything.
Don't
so even if they get
they're so nice.
27
Apart
votes,
from aerosols. They don't cheer aerosols or whale slaughter. Yeah, exactly. I've had Velvet for 14 years. 14 years. I've known her longer than my children. I've known her longer than my wife. She's been with me through the literal highs and indeed the lows. She ain't going to be around forever. And I think the end is in sight. So look, if I'm off for a month, guys, you know that the cat's passed away.
Are you going to get another one?
No.
Just quickly.
No,
call it Velvet.
mate. I tell you what. Yeah, well, I tell you what. If one of my boys falls down a well, I'll just go and have it away with my wife. We'll make another one straight away, shall we?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, obviously, I'll try and get him out of the well. But if it was too deep, I'd chuck food down there every weekend.
Yeah.
Probably get bored of that after a while. He'll be all right. There's water there. It's a well. Catch a frog and eat that. When you're tall enough, come out. Until then.
Think about what you've done.
Imagine that 25 years' time. You get a knock on the door, you open it, and it's like a really tall man covered
wet.
in slime and frogs. Dad, why did you leave me? Oh, blimey. Anyway, aside from budgies...
When you become a mutant...
No, mate, it's not toxic. It's not a toxic well. It's just
You
a
don't
normal
know
well.
that.
No, I wouldn't let him fall down a toxic well. I'd be careful around a toxic well. Normal well, do what you want. Do you talk to your cat?
Yes.
Do you give it the deep shiz, or is it... What's going on?
I go fairly deep with my cat, philosophically.
Thank you.
He's called Sydney, and he lost a brother, and we never found him.
Down a well? You might get a wet, bedraggled cat knocking on your door soon.
That would be quite impressive.
A mutant one.
It's not a toxic well, mate. There's no toxic wells in this country.
You don't know that.
I do know that. There are magic wells, yeah, but there are no toxic ones. And you've done you've put together as many of the Paul Scoins, National Paul Scoins Day specky pictures that you could find.
Yeah.
Where could I find that picture if I wanted to have it as my wallpaper? In my house. In my bedroom.
If you go on Twitter.
Yeah.
Hashtag
No.
NPSD. No.
Yeah, you're right.
NPSD.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that.
Okay.
Or I'm sure it'll be on Facebook by now. By the time this goes up.
In fact, everyone's got it by now.
Is the podcast good this week?
Yes.
I know, mate. We just listened to it.
Don't involve me in this.
You started it, Boyle. You started it.
Thanks for listening to this free download from BBC Three Counties Radio, your local radio station for beds, hearts and bucks. on FM, AM, digital radio, and online at bbc.co.uk/3counties.